Well, good morning. You getting into the music, Taariq? Good morning, good evening, as the case may be, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Jack. This is episode 19, which means
19.
Wow, almost 5 months in a row of nonstop conversations. A quick programming note before we get into our sponsors. I am going to be on the road, and it's going to be hard for me to tape over the next 3 weeks. So maybe an episode. Probably not, but the streak will end, but we will come back. So just want to take a quick second to thank our sponsors today, Sommelier Finance, which, by the way, thank you, Taariq, for supporting this. Another partner over here at Sommelier Finance, and we're going to learn a little bit more about the minds behind it today. And OmniFlix Media. Thank you again to Sisla and team for producing. And please go check out OmniFlix Network for a little bit more information on their blockchain and the other projects they're working on. They have a full-featured video CMS on top of a blockchain with full support for NFT issuance. So pretty cool product that comes out of the sort of like Bollywood content management world, which huge data requirements, massive amounts of content, and a really cool platform that Sisla and his team are building. So this morning we have, as I've mentioned, Taariq. Taariq, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah. Hi, Taariq from Sommelier. Pleasure to meet everybody. And I'm wearing my Kraken t-shirt today. So giving props to my great friends at Kraken who give me their swag. And by the way, Kraken is hiring. So if you want to work in crypto, definitely check out Kraken Exchange. Very great team. Awesome Jesse Powell, who's created and launched it. But anyway, about me, Taariq, work in Sommelier Finance, been in crypto for a little bit.
Just a little bit, Taariq? That's
just a little bit. Short. Just a little bit, not much. Still.
It's about 2011, right?
Well, it was 2013, but still figuring out that I don't know anything, and I'm still poor. So, so you know you've been in crypto long enough when you're still poor and you've been here long. It's kind of like, it's still resisting the truth that is self-evident to anyone around that, crypto is the future. And I'm just very lucky to be able to be in this space with all the amazing stories every day. Never a dull day. Never a dull day. Never a day that you are not wrecked or rug pulled. And never a day without innovation. So welcome,
especially this week.
All right.
Which very, very true. So I'm not going to ask for some OG questions, but I do want to hear a little bit more from your perspective about sort of what we're seeing right now and where we are within this particular cycle. And I want to talk about mass adoption.
Yeah. I think that's a great topic. And I think more people need to talk about it because mass adoption is upon us and it crept up. It wasn't like, it just came bam. And I spent a lot of time in some crypto communities that are still pining for institutions. They're like, oh, we need more institutions. We need more institutions. We need more banks. We need more corporate treasuries. I'm like, you know what? Screw the institutions. What we need is more grandmas, right? This is what we need. We need more dads. We need more moms. We need more teenagers. We need more people who are like, listen, I have no more money in my pocket. I got $15. I'm going to put it on AskCoin. And I put $15 on AskCoin. And you know what? Just like instead of going to Vegas, you put $15 on AskCoin, and who knows, you might become a billionaire in another day or so. I think that is the real opportunity here because that's whose crypto is for. Crypto is really for people who are like, listen, you know what? I got a dream. I want to do something. I want to see where I can go. Rest of the institutions, I think they would prefer that crypto become sane, boring, and uninteresting. And I think mass adoption retail is where we should be focused. And I think that's where excitement lies.
So just to zoom out a little bit and frame this conversation a little bit better, what we are building at Sommelier is explicitly aimed at the mass market. We are looking to build a product that allows average users like, Taariq and I, who don't know a whole ton about this. Well, I guess we kind of do, but you
really sold yourself good there. Like, we're not really that experts. Kraken t-shirt.
But to allow the average user to provide liquidity. This is an activity that within traditional finance is relegated to large firms that have huge balance sheets and are very insider in most of the markets that they trade, whereas decentralized exchanges with liquidity providing have made this an activity that's available to anyone. So with that framing in mind, how does this sort of meme coin boom bring mass adoption? And what are the things that folks that are kind of coming in via meme coins into crypto, what do they need to know?
Okay, so I think this is great. I think, it's funny. You asked the question, what do they need to know? Let's start from the end. Anybody who's coming into meme coins need to know that these things are what they are. They're jokes, they're funny, they're games. They are entertainment. They are not your 401k, they're not your house mortgage, they're not your kids' college fund. They are entertainment. You come to crypto to be entertained. You do not come to meme coins for serious money. Keep that in your bank account. Do not spend it, save it, invest it somewhere else. You come to crypto to have fun. If you want to get a handle on poop coin, you buy some poop coin because you know what? It's exactly what it is. Poop.
Or dog coin. It's literally a dog.
It's literally what it is. It's a dog. If you want to, if you see Elon Musk tweeting about dogs, assume that he is trolling you and he is having fun. And you want to have as much fun as Elon Musk. Do not take this stuff seriously. I think that's the first thing, because once you stop taking it seriously, then one, you can actually treat it as serious fun, and two, you might be able to make some serious money. All right, so now, sorry, did I say you could make money? Oh, bad. Not supposed to say that. But the point is that I think for most mass market adoption, if people treat it as just harmless fun or simple fun, that means they can take small amounts and explore and see what is out there and how these games evolve. I think you should always assume also with fun that many games are bad games. Many games will, the other hand of it, many games will be trying to convince you to take risks and do things you're not supposed to do. I think those games are there. That's the dark side of crypto. That's the bad side, and people need to be aware. There are a lot of bad folks out there.
Well, one thing that I try to keep in perspective here is that if you look back at pretty much any asset bubble or, large movement from one sector to another throughout history, there are always these kinds of scams and rugs and these areas.
Of course.
All of this terminology that has become so popular within crypto over the last few years, bag holders, rug pulls, these type of things, they existed in the internet bubble. Pets.com, a famous example.
Right, but keep in mind, in those bubbles, people spent a lot of, people went putting their 401k plans and their savings into this. I think what makes crypto magical for mass market today is you don't have to do this, and you shouldn't, right? We should advocate to people that you do not put your precious capital. You should be put capital, or you should put fun money into the fun games. And you should have fun. And I think what the rest of our crypto audience, like us who are savvy crypto users, need to understand is if you have 1 million people putting in $10, that's $10 million of fun, right? And if that attracts more people to the game, that's great. But these things are games. They have beginning, they have endings. Not everybody will be a winner. Not everybody will, will become famous or make it, but you should have fun. You should come to these things to explore, experiment, and have fun. And if we in the crypto side take the position that folks are here to have fun, I think there's going to be less people crying out when they say, hey, I did something I shouldn't have done, which is I didn't have fun, but I thought I was a trader, I thought I was an investor, and I went and I did something. Even for liquidity providing on Sommelier. If you're providing liquidity on Sommelier, you don't have to do it as a business. You can just do it for fun. And if you're doing it for fun, you risk what you can afford, and you have fun, and you see how it goes. And I think that is what mass market adoption requires. More fun, less risk.
So, I think that if we had Jay Powell and Jay Yellen on here, they would be rolling their eyes, and they would say, well, these are fun things that are masquerading as serious investments in a lot of cases, and we need to regulate this. And I have yet to
see any crypto investment masquerade as a serious investment. I challenge anybody to show me a serious crypto investment today, right? Besides Bitcoin, right? Besides buying and holding Bitcoin, what really is a serious investment? Litecoin, really? Doge,
I think there's a lot of
really?
projects that masquerade as serious investments.
Give one example. Let's out them. Let's call them to. Let's bring them to the mat.
Definity, Cosmos.
Okay. Yeah, we need to talk to those people. We're not. Sorry. Let me. Dominic from Definity is a great friend. I'm sorry, Dom. It's not a serious project. Listen. Definity's best. Even if you look at Definity, look at Definity's most awesome app that was brought out. Can. What is Can? It is a replicant of Instagram, right? What is Linked Up? It is a playful replicant of LinkedIn. Even Definity has to admit, you need playful, really low barrier entry for people to really experience and experiment with Motoko, which is a very serious programming language. So I think Definity respects it, even though, Dom likes to boast about the $3.9 trillion and oh my God, really look at the Definity apps. They're very, very small, simple toys for anybody to take advantage of. So if you're looking at Definity, I say get involved, see what the project's like, and play with the apps. Same thing for Cosmos, right? Let's see, what's a good Cosmos game? There's Pylons, right? We have Pylons and we have Stargazer, like some really cool, awesome, fun projects that have great tokens, but don't worry about the tokens. Just enter in the project and have fun. I think we in crypto are missing, now that we're less about cryptography, right? The cryptography part of our public-private key pair engineering. Once we start getting to the fun stuff,
there are a lot of people who still think it is a lot about the cryptography as well, which is, a bit of a disconnect for those folks.
Dude, I'm there. Listen, I just came out of a telegram with McLean over at New Cipher, and we talked about public, proxy re-encryption. Really cool technology, right? But where's the fun? Like, if you want mass adoption, we need more fun. We need more poop.
Yeah.
We need more ass. We need more cake. We need more Doges. We need more Shibas. And because this is where it's at. Now again, how they present themselves to users is important, right? And we must keep, presenting this as, listen, it's a fun throwaway thing. And again, if people are playing these games, they should realize that we can't control human behavior. People will do what they want to do. I think even in the Bitcoin space in 2013, there were, what we call forks of Bitcoin that many people derided. But now, right, when was Litecoin created? 2014. What is Doge? Doge is just a Bitcoin fork. I mean, I find
Litecoin was 2011.
2011? No, Litecoin was not 2011. What did you got?
Sure it was.
It was? I don't think so. Because remember, maybe 2011. Okay, fine. We'll take 2011. But remember, Elon Musk goes out and tweets October Elon Musk tweets about Doge. But what's the joke? Doge is Bitcoin code. Like, hello, that's why it took such a short time to create Dogecoin. It was a fork of Bitcoin. So you got to
I think pretty much anyone can do better marketing than this sort of like concern trolling that the Bitcoin maxis are doing these days.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it's sad because I think I sit in a lot of groups with Bitcoin maximalists, and I like to say to them, listen, guys, I get it. Bitcoin wants to be the serious cryptocurrency of this space, and it should be. And Bitcoin should continue to aspire to attract institutions and funds, et cetera. Because there's a place for that. You want exposure to Bitcoin, go to Grayscale. You don't want to hold it, go to Grayscale, go to Fidelity, go to Coinbase. But if you are a person working at McDonald's and you want to have some fun, the shitcoins is where you want to be. That's where the party's at.
One thing that has always sort of, when I think of mass adoption in my mind, I think of user experience challenges. And I might have told you this story, but I don't think I've told it on here before, which is in 2018, I bought my mom a ledger for Mother's Day and gave her some atoms and some other cryptocurrency, and she wears an Apple Watch. And we sat down and we're setting it up together. And while she's generating her seed phrase, her Apple Watch started going off with a heart rate alert. Right. I think that this wallet infrastructure is one of the huge pieces that I think is really intimidating for mass adoption. So what I kind of hear you saying is like, we need to make this more fun. We need to take the seriousness out of it in order to bring more people in and have them understand the core technology in a fun way first before they engage with it in a serious manner. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, but I agree. But I mean, listen, I'm sorry. You bought your mom a ledger. I think that was unacceptable behavior. I think first of all, you should not have done that. That was wrong. That was not nice. And your mom deserves a hug and a kiss and a gift, because what she should have gotten was MetaMask, not Ledger. She should have gotten I'm sorry, the Ledger passphrase is ridiculous. Okay, they make you enter it in 2 times. They are 35 words, and you have to recall the order.
24.
No, 24. I don't listen. No sane human who's come for fun should ever use a ledger. I mean, I have a ledger, but but let me tell you, I don't use my ledger for fun. For fun.
Mom also owns a couple of Blockstack names and has used pretty much every crypto product I've worked on, which is kind of funny. But yeah.
But I think what you have indicated is Ledger needs to do more work making their UI usable. And they still have a long way to go. I think that's a great testament to Ledger. Hey guys, if you're watching this, get on it. You need to make it easier. But for my mom, whose memory is failing, right? But who wants to have fun because she, what is she going to do when she's not retired? She wants to play around. She's on her computer. She doesn't want to spend $1 million, but she wants to put $100. Hey, what can I do? And have fun, which is something that might actually come back to her. And if she loses it, she doesn't mind. I'm going to put my mom on MetaMask and say, hey, mom, go for the wolf, type in a silly password, and you just click OK. And you know what? There you go. And if she loses her money, she'll let me know, but only $100 or $50. But she should have fun.
Is MetaMask a fox or a wolf?
A fox. It's a fox, the MetaMask fox. But maybe Ledger should get a mascot that's an animal. Come on, Ledger, get an animal like a lizard or something cool. I think
cute animals, memes and cute animals.
And I think that is why MetaMask is successful. You see this image of a fox looking at you saying, hey, welcome back. They make it they've done such a good job of making it easy. It's browser based. It is awesome. I will say Ledger has a great mobile app that actually was much more easier than Ledger Nano itself. So congrats to Ledger for that. But core is memes, foxes, animals, foods, cherries, dancing bananas, sommelier, wine, cheese, right? Like foods. This is what is going to make it attractive to the mass market. Things that the mass market deal with every day, like food, fruits, and animals. That is the future.
A number of directions here.
And don't forget Kraken. Don't forget Kraken.
Yeah. Look at it, Taariq. So talk to me a little bit about these dancing bananas. I know that this is something you've been working on for a little while, and it's sort of an outgrowth of the pool suggestion product that we built for V2, right?
Yeah. No, our view on dancing bananas is an expression of this opinion that we need to make this fun. And have you ever seen a dancing banana, Jack?
I mean, I did grow up in I remember when I was in middle school, I used to go to the computer lab, and my friends and I would go to every computer in the computer lab and put on Peanut Butter Jelly Time, and they would all be playing in a slightly dissonant rhythm, and it really drove the teachers crazy. So this is my experience with dancing bananas. I'm interested to what yeah.
It is the same. A dancing banana should be accessible to an 18-year-old as is accessible to an 88-year-old. It is meant to be fun. Of course, what's beneath the dancing banana is a lot of complexity, a lot of cryptography, and a lot of software, a lot of trading software, but it should be as fun as a dancing banana. And what do apes want? They want bananas. Who eats bananas? Apes. And what are we all? We are all common simians. Right? We're humans, and we love to have fun. So, again, we're putting into practice this belief that, listen, this should be fun. People should not be stressed out about it. And you know what? They shouldn't know whether or not they're on an L2 on Polygon or they're on an L2 on Optimism. All they should do is they should get rewards. It should be fast, and they should have fun. Like, you know what? Now that the pandemic is over and I have to go back to work and I'm back on that goddamn bus and I'm goddamn bored with my life, I whip open my phone. I could play Candy Crush. I could play Gods Unchained. Or I can see what's up with those dancing bananas. We want it to be as easy as that. That is the type of choice we want. People just be like, you know what? I'll play some dancing bananas today. Look at that. I got 10 more bananas, 50 more bananas. wow, I can buy something with my bananas? Stupid, so dumb. You know what? Why don't I buy some juicy grapes or some fun cherries? Like, our view is that this stuff needs to be fun.
This is interesting because I've heard a lot of this. I have a close friend who works for Ubisoft, and we talk a lot about the game world. And within the game world, this idea of earn while you play is gaining a lot of traction as well. And this is kind of the other side of this from crypto. Taariq and I are working in the bowels of this internet computer thing that we're building, whatever it is. Yeah. Is it the internet computer? We're not. That's the other one. But and we're looking at this and we're thinking, like, how do we get a lot more people into this thing and interested in it? And the game people are also kind of coming from the other direction as well. Do you see a large collaboration between crypto and the gaming industry as a huge potential growth area?
It is already happening, and I can't say more, but it is happening, and I think you're going to see more of this. I mean, Pokemon even tweeted, during the run-up, and to see the Pokemon Twitter account tweet about crypto and tweet about NFTs, I think you will see a lot of games looking at the NFT space. We see Top Shot with regards to the NBA. Again, there, the area of gaming and that institution is a professional expert institution. I think you're going to see a lot of crypto people finding that there are game companies launching their own chains and just crushing it with user acquisition, crushing it with easy interfaces, and crushing it with money. So that is my prediction for the future. More game companies are going to take a full advantage of crypto, launch their own chains, and create more games and more opportunities for people to play. And if we in crypto miss out, we're just going to be saying, damn, we invented that tech, and the rest of the world is just going to come and rule over us with it.
So I think that there's kind of an inherent conflict here between the sort of financialization of crypto side in this world that wants to make crypto serious and this world that wants to make crypto games. And I think that that's kind of the area where regulators are really uncomfortable right now, and why we're seeing a lot of headlines about regulation. So, I agree with you. I see it going this way. I just
don't worry about regulators. Stop worrying about regulators. Okay. Regulators are going to regulate, and let me just say, the amount of regulatory arbitrage that is going on today is to the tune of literally $80 billion locked in TPL. Go to DeFiPulse.com and look for the total amount of money locked. That amount of money is the amount of regulatory arbitrage you are seeing in the world. Regulators are going to regulate, but I ignore them. Do not worry about them. That is the way you grow in crypto. Do not grow in crypto by worrying about regulators at all. Not an issue.
Well, there we go. Well, Taariq, this has been an exciting conversation about the gamification of crypto. Do you have anything to mention before we wrap it up here? Because I do know that you've got a hard stop here.
Yeah, I would say, check out Sommelier Finance. Check out our pairings. If you're into fine wine, if you love just sitting back, relaxing, kicking your shoes off, and just exploring what a pair has to offer, check out pairings. We make participating at a liquidity provider on Uniswap V3 as easy as an ape on Uniswap V2. Come check us out.
I feel like we should offer some scent pairings with the different pairings, and maybe the Shiba Inu, the Shibcoin ETH pair is smells like a dog.
You know what? Listen, we should do that, and we should say, hey, literally, or we give some sounds, something to say when you go to the Shibweth pool, you hear the sound of the Shiba. Or,
I feel like this is the plot of Brave New World, but that's a conversation for a different time.
How are your levels, Jack? Are your levels okay?
I've been taking my Soma recently.
That's right.
It's really helping.
You make sure to keep taking that Soma.
Gotta stay level.
Level.
Thanks. Well, Taariq, thank you very much for joining us today. And again, I will mention, going to be off for the next 3 weeks. We may squeak an episode in here, but I doubt it. When we come back, we've got a lot of exciting guests from all around the cosmos and crypto ecosystems. So thank you very much to Sommelier Finance and to Taariq himself for sponsoring this show, as well as the OmniFlix Media team, who does a fantastic job with not only the show, but also the platform that they're building, which I would encourage folks to go check out, omniflix.network. So thank you very much for your time today and joining us, and look forward to seeing you soon.